Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Today, let's talk about the Department of Defense's updated cybersecurity requirements and what that means for contractors.
Absolutely, it's a hot topic right now. The DOD's push for stronger cybersecurity controls is reshaping how suppliers operate.
Right, and one of the big shifts is the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, or CMMC. Have you noticed companies scrambling to align with it?
Definitely. Many are realizing they can't just check a few boxes anymore. The CMMC requires a more holistic approach to protecting controlled, unclassified information.
I've seen some confusion about which level of certification companies actually need. Is it always level 3, or does it depend on the contract?
Good question. It depends. Contracts specify the required level, ranging from level 1 for basic hygiene to level 3 for more advanced practices. It's not one size fits all.
Some small businesses are worried about the cost. Do you think it's justified?
It's tough, but ignoring cybersecurity can be even more expensive in the long run. A single breach could cost more than the certification ever would.
Exactly. And it's not just about compliance. Real security means protecting your data and reputation. But sometimes compliance feels like a moving target.
Regulations do change quickly, especially with cyber threats evolving. Companies need to be proactive, not just reactive.
Have you heard of any best practices that help organizations stay ahead?
Continuous training stands out. Employees are often the weakest link, so regular awareness training is key. Also, updating systems and monitoring for threats helps a lot.
Speaking of threats, ransomware attacks have been on the rise. DOD contractors are juicy targets, right?
For sure. Attackers know these companies hold sensitive information. That's why the DOD is so strict now. One weak link can cause a lot of damage.
I sometimes wonder if this will push some smaller suppliers out of the market.
Possibly. But there's also an opportunity for managed service providers to step in and help. Outsourcing security can level the playing field.
True. I've also seen more collaboration between prime contractors and subs, sharing resources to meet requirements.
That's a big trend. Teaming up makes sense, especially for complex or costly security controls.
And documentation is key. The DOD wants to see evidence, not just promises, that controls are in place.
Exactly. If you don't document it, it's like it never happened. Auditors love their paperwork.
Sometimes it feels like paperwork is half the job, but it does force organizations to be more disciplined.
It does. And on the bright side, that discipline often leads to better overall security, not just compliance.
I wonder how often companies get tripped up by third-party risk. Supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link.
You're spot on. Vetting vendors and partners is now a huge part of the process. Trust but verify, as they say.
Have you noticed any resistance to these changes, or are most companies on board?
There's some resistance, especially from those used to the old ways. But with cyber incidents making headlines, most realize change is necessary.
The consequences of noncompliance are serious, not just lost contracts, but potential penalties or legal trouble.
And let's not forget reputational damage. One bad incident can follow a company for years.
Do you think the DOD will keep ramping up requirements, or will things stabilize?
I think the bar will keep rising as threats evolve. Cybersecurity is a constant game of cat and mouse.
Sometimes it feels never-ending, but maybe that's just the new normal.
Agreed. Companies that build security into their culture will adapt better over time.
Do you think there's enough guidance out there to help organizations meet these new standards?
There's a lot, but it can be overwhelming. Breaking it down into manageable steps really helps.
And engaging leadership is essential. Security isn't just an IT issue anymore.
Right, it's a business issue. Leadership buy-in can make or break a security program.
I like the analogy of cybersecurity being like locking your doors at night. It's basic, but so many still forget.
Or leaving your car running with the keys inside, an open invitation. The basics matter.
As we wrap up, what's one thing you'd tell companies preparing for these new DOD requirements?
Start early and don't treat compliance as a one-time event. It's an ongoing process.
Great advice. And for our viewers, what's your biggest cybersecurity challenge right now? Something to think about.
A special thank you to MarketUS.com for furnishing us this information. You can reach them at MarketUS.com or call them at 954-636-3232. Before we go, this deep dive was created by the MarketUS.com team. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's right below the subscribe link.